Hello everyone. On this Vauxhall Astra K model, the rear outer passenger side light has dimmed and occasionally flickers. If we move over to look at the driver's side, we can see that this one is much brighter. In this video I will show you how I managed to fix this problem. The dimmed light was noticed at my MOT and service last week. It was not significant enough to cause an MOT failure. The Vauxhall garage quoted me £183 to repair. After doing some research online, I have found this issue is quite common, but I could not find a video on the repair itself, so hopefully this will help someone else in the same situation as me in the future. I purchased a new rear tail light connector plug from Amazon for £8. This is frequently suggested as the cause of the light failure. If this fails to fix the problem for you, then you may also require a new bulb holder. So we're just inside the boot, and to remove the light, we'll take your side panel off, get all of whatever you store in there out. Okay, so we're now looking from the back of the car outwards, and if I just zoom in a bit, and that brightens up. In the back here there is a small plastic screw. Just undo that all the way. Just make sure you don't drop it as well. Okay, so with the screw taken off from inside, the rear light should now be loose, and you just want to wobble it towards you. Just be careful not to scratch any paintwork. You can see inside the cable loops round inside. If you just unloop that, it gives you a bit more room to manoeuvre. To remove the plug, you can use your nail. It's come up easily, this one. Sometimes you need to get a flathead screwdriver to lift up that red tab that's under there. It just needs pulling upwards, and then it's a case of trying to pull out the plug. It can be in there quite tight. Good old flathead. Right, that's your rear light off. You can see on the inside there are only actually 3 pins in there, and when you look at the wire as well, there's only 3 wires coming out. Our replacement wire has 4 leads coming out, so one of them is going to be snipped off. Whenever I cleaned my car, there always used to be muck coming out the bottom, and now I can see why. It's filthy under here. Taking this opportunity to get rid of some of that. I'm just peeling back all this tape that's covering the wires. Nicely watertight still over here. I don't want to touch that bit. Interesting tape, it's like bloody tennis racket tape. Right, we've got our 3 separate wires there. So in the Vauxhall one, it's nicely colour coded. In my one from Amazon, I have 3 white wires. I'm going to have to make sure I remember which order they go in. That won't be a problem. This outer right one isn't going to be needed. So yeah, just giving myself a little bit of extra wire in case I need a bit more room for manoeuvre. Well, you know, slip these Grab about here. Just going to show you these side by side actually. This is the Vauxhall, this is the new one. Can you see one of the Vauxhall plugs has a slight burn mark to it? Right, let's start with the outer wire, which was the blue wire. Essentially at this stage you need to strip the cables of their respective insulation plastic and then twist the exposed wires together. Make sure you connect the wire in the same order as per the previous connection plug. I've got these solder wire connectors, so don't forget to put them up before you join your two wires together. Slide that one over there, one, and then we're just going to join these two wires together by twisting them around each other. Then pull your solder wire connector over that. The wind's died out now. So I've got the solder ring just over where the junction is. Keep the heat gun on a high setting, try not to point it at the car. Okay. Got that cool, and you'll have a nice watertight seal. We'll do that for the remainder. Right, last one now. Okay, so we're all connected. It's up to you what you do with the spare cable. I am going to remove mine. To do that, you just need a small flathead screwdriver. Put it in the top here, and just prise this plastic case out, like so. Just put that on the side for a moment. Get hold of your cable that you don't need, just push it through that way, pull out the other side. If you really want to, you can put the old cable's dummy pin back in. Like so. Just going to push that all the way in. And no one will ever know. Then just slide in your plastic case again until it goes click. There you go. No one would notice the difference. Hide that. It's a good idea at this stage to check that your light's working. So I'm going to reposition you, I'm going to reconnect the light, and we'll turn it on and we'll see if I've done a good job or not. With it, just get your light, reconnect these, I'm not getting twisted. We're not going to push the clamp down at this stage. So that's now connected. We've got that balance on the side. You should be able to see both brake lights. Now going to turn the lights on and stuff. Fingers crossed. Yes, and they're both equally as bright as each other, which is fantastic. I hope you can see that on the camera. That's nice and bright. I suppose I should check the indicator works, as well as the light. Like a charm. Right, all that remains now is to put it all back together. Before I do put it back together, I am going to put some electrical tape around the wires to keep everything together and to try and keep any moisture out if any does get in. Just to give it that extra bit. I should just taken the light off to clean this bit, because that'll be easier. Okay, so now it's time to reconnect our light. Wipe round. Push it all the way in. Should hear a nice satisfying click when that's all the way down. There shouldn't be a gap at the bottom either. Push your red tab in, locked in place. And you get to put your cable back in the coil. There's a little circle here, and there's a U shape that slides onto that circle. Okay. You'll probably need to adjust your rubber seal on the boot. Just get that in there. Okay. Okay, we're now back inside the car. We're just going to pop our little screw back on. So nice and tightly. We will do one last check, make sure everything's working. Should put the indicators on it as well, put the hazard lights on, and just check all the lights are working before we tidy everything away. Good. We have an indicator and a nice bright rear light. Shouldn't have affected the other side, but let's just have a comparison there. Great stuff. Job's a good one.